and the video which I am uploading may have that also. So that is a present situation. Previous day we were discussing about the political parties. Political party, what is a political party, what is their function, why we need political parties, all those things we were discussing on the previous day. Okay. Wait 1 second. Okay. So now we will continue with that discussion. We have reached till the parties form and run the government. That I need to explain much to you. In Karnataka, which political party is running has formed the government and runs the government?
BJP, sir.
BJP,
sir.
BJP. In central government?
BJP.
If you go to Tamil Nadu?
DMK, sir.
Pardon?
DMK, sir.
DMK. Can anybody tell me the full form of DMK?
Dravida Munnetra Karagam, sir.
Dravida Munnetra Karagam. And if you go to Andhra Pradesh? Which party is ruling in the state? Anybody? Nobody knows. It's a YSR Congress. Okay. If you go to Telangana, anybody? No. It is TRS. Telangana Rashtriya Samadi. Jagmohan Reddy is the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. If you go to Maharashtra, which political party runs the government? Shivsena. Alone? Is it Shivsena alone?
NCP, sir.
NCP, Shivsena and Congress. They three of them together form the government in Maharashtra. And Saturday, one chief minister resigned in one of the states in India. Gujarat's chief minister resigned. What is the new chief minister's name?
Bhupendra Patel, sir.
Bhupendra Patel. Okay, that is old one, Mr. Dubani. He resigned and new chief minister is going to take oath today. So the political parties form the government and run the government. In Karnataka, we know recently the government they have changed the chief minister. BJP as a political party has asked Mr. Yediyurappa to resign, and they have selected Mr. Bommai as the chief minister of Karnataka. So the function of a political party, one of the important function of political party to form the government and run the government. Political leaders are political executive. There are two executives in the government. Political executive and non-political executive. Non-political executive means the secretaries or the officials of the government. Bureaucracy, we call it. The secretary, the persons who passed civil service examinations, that's IAS examinations, for those who are secretaries in the government. They are the permanent executive, or they are called a non-political executive. Whichever party comes to power, it is the responsibility of the non-political or permanent executive to implement the policies and programs of the party which is in power. They are called officials. Then the ministers are persons who are elected, so they run the government. That is one of the prominent function of a political party. Form the government and run the government. And Constitution has normally gives them power for 5 years if they have got a majority in the house, in the lower house. Okay, that is situation. Okay, somebody has come. Vijay Halluli. Okay. So that is the first responsible. Then second one becomes role of opposition. Can anybody tell me who is opposition leader of Indian Parliament, Indian Lok Sabha?
Mallikarjun Kharge sir. Congress sir, Congress.
Huh?
Mallikarjun Congress sir.
Name of the person. Mallikarjun Kharge did not win the election to Lok Sabha last time. Now he is the leader of Congress in Rajya Sabha. I am asking Lok Sabha. No. Chaudhary from Bengal. Okay. His full name is opposition leader. But did the government recognize opposition leader? Is he officially accepted person as a opposition leader? No answer.
No sir.
Why he is not officially accepted? An opposition leader who is officially accepted will be having all the privileges, all the rights like a minister. Why is he not accepted as official opposition leader? Anybody? No. Okay. It is done because minimum, the ruling party tells the opposition party should have minimum 10% of the total membership of the house. That is 55 MPs should be there from the opposition party. That is what the ruling party tells. It is not written in the constitution like that, but the ruling party's argument is like that. And it has happened earlier, they say. So the Congress is having 52 members. So Chaudhary is not officially accepted as opposition leader in the House of People. That is the Lok Sabha. That is the situation. But there is opposition. So all others together, their government is not ready to accept them. One person as together. There is an individual party leader. Opposition cannot be considered as a coalition. That is the argument put forward by the government. It's a lame excuse, but there is a decision of the government. So there is no real opposition leader in the Indian Lok Sabha at present. Previous government also time it was not there. So when government, there is some minister, some officials should be appointed with approval of the opposition leader, like a CBI director. CBI director will be selected by the Home Minister, Prime Minister, one of the Supreme Court Chief Justice, and opposition leader. So opposition leader, if it is invited early, he can become a member now, because there is no real official opposition. So another important function of a political party is to oppose the government. That is opposition, role of opposition. What is the role of the opposition? Criticize the government, bring out the drawback of functioning of the government, bring out the drawbacks of the policies of the government. That is the role of opposition. When the farmers' bill was discussed, the opposition parties protested against the government. The opposition parties boycotted. They told the government is not passing the bill after proper discussions. They objected. It was the responsibility of the opposition to criticize, and it has criticized. So, the wrong policies, farm laws they have brought, petroleum price they bring, anything, whatever is wrong from the part, it is a responsibility of the opposition parties. That is the main. Now we come to the next one, shape public opinion. See, when the opposition parties or ruling parties, whatever, they create a mindset in the mind of the people. They go to the people, interact with the people and say this is the reality. So a mindset is, and that public opinion that is created in the mindset of the people will be shown during the election time. People will support one or other. So that is the shaping of the public opinion is a next duty of a political party, a function of a political party. It is the opposition. So the newspapers, media, everywhere they discuss, and public gatherings will be created. Public speeches will be created. By that, they create awareness in the mind of the people, and a public opinion will be shaped by the political parties. Then, there's access to the government machinery. Sorry. See, government machinery. Saishwar Kalyani, anything you want to ask? Saishwar, do you want to ask anything? Nobody wants to ask. Okay. Now you tell me, listen, the access to the government machinery. You go to an office. When you go to office, that officer is not ready to listen to you. You want a certificate. Then, if you contact the political party, leader of the locality, he may help you. Sometimes there may be a scholarship available for you. You may not be knowing about the scholarship. The political party person who is a locality, who knows about that matter, will come and request you or tell you this is available, you can get it. So, he is doing a social work. Why he does a social work? Because he knows that during the election time, you will give your vote to him. So, government machinery. Now, prime minister's different programs are there. If you just go to an office, the officer may not mind you. But if you take a political party leader, he may be knowing the rules and regulations, and if he is a ruling party member, the officer will clearly give you the things and takes place. So, a help for you by a political party. So, it helps the government machinery. Because the political party leader, political party will be eager to help you, because he knows that once he helps you, you will give your vote to him. So, such kind of activities are possible in governmental functions, in political parties. That is the reason in your locality, people are trying to be close with the political party leaders. People don't like political party. Generally people say it's useless, it's all. But whenever the matter comes, they go to a political party leader. That political party leader will help you. You want something to be done. That way you want some matters to be discussed. Even a corrective thing also. You are eligible to get something, but the process is not fast. Somewhere it is getting stuck. Then the political party leader will help you to move the file and other things. So naturally, you are helped by him. So a political machinery, political party leaders will help the public about the governmental active government functions. That is the main thing. That is the importance of a political party. Now, we will come to the next part of the political parties. Whether it is a necessity or Do we need a political party? Anybody? Do we need a political party? Come on. Anybody? Do we need political parties?
Sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir. We need, sir.
can you give
Yes,
me?
sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir. We need.
we need, because of all above said reasons, we need political parties. Okay? We need it. I agree with it. So we call it, it is a necessary evil. It is necessary. Without political party, democracy cannot function. Governmental system cannot function properly. Because a decision is taken by the political party, it has to come down to the ordinary citizens. Whatever the decisions are taken by the government, it is brought down to the ordinary people by the political party. So it is a necessity and it is needed. Without political parties, we cannot survive in the modern period, because political parties only can form the government, it can only run the government, it can only form ideas, thinkings, programs, policies, like that are so many. So it is called a necessary evil. If you go back about the politics, during the time of Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, this time also political parties were. Just simple meaning, two people will be divided into two groups having different opinions, nothing else. So there would be arguments in the meetings. During the time of Aristotle, Plato, this kind of normal arguments were taking place and the decisions were taken after discussions and debates and by majority. So for discussions or for debate, there should be two groups. One group who is supporting absolutely, one group who is opposing. Or there may be some ideas, they come together for the nation. So in that way, we need political parties to come to a conclusion. Second one, next reason for why we need a political party, to form the government. If we all candidates are independents, it is very difficult to form the government. Because nobody will be able to communicate properly and nobody will have control on anything. Today, independent person, today he may be with the government, tomorrow he is unhappy with the portfolio or the government or the prime minister, he will leave that group and go join with opposition parties. Opposition, other members who are not able to form the government. So forming a government becomes very difficult if there is no organization. Now, if a person is in BJP, he has got elected in BJP ticket, he cannot just jump into another political party. So he will remain with the BJP. If he is elected in Congress ticket, he cannot jump from the Congress ticket, Congress party and go to another party once he is elected. It becomes very difficult. So it is necessary to have organizations. Second thing, when the formed government itself, if a prime minister is elected, the prime minister is for the nation. If he is an independent candidate, he has to look after his constituency, Varanasi alone. Because he knows after the 5 years, if he has to go back to that constituency for next elections, he should take care of the people of that area. So he will be concentrating to that area. That is a situation of political parties. So we need a political party. It's a necessity. Without that, governments cannot function. If it is a democracy also, even if dictatorship also, even if you go to China, China is having single party system. Only one party is there. But yes, there also, Amarakalwadi, you want to speak something?
No.
Okay. So there also political parties are. Single parties. So whenever a democratic system is there, that democratic system, there is a political party. Sometimes if you go to North India, they say there are panchayat elections. In panchayat elections, there are no political parties. They say. Still, there will be village area will be divided into different groups, either caste ways or religious ways. They put up their candidates. So that is also division. So there are also different idea people, different thinking people come together. So that is also division. It may not be good to divide a society on the basis of religion or a caste. It is an absolutely wrong thing. But that takes place in the villages. So there also division is taking place. So any setup, it's division and ideological togetherness of some group of people is not a wrong thing that is needed. That has brought the progress. If there is no opposition, there is no progress. Or no critical thinking, there is no progress. If at ancient time, if one person has told why everybody agreed with that things were going, there would have been no progress. So critical thinking, criticism are part of a governmental system and part of progress. Having different opinions, having different viewpoints, having different thinkings, that is needed and that is possible when there are differences of groups are there. One person may not be able to fight alone. So groups are needed. That is why the opposition parties have got a great role in government. Then, you might have heard in the TV channels, when Farmers' Bill was passed by the Parliament, there were members of the BJP supporting the Farmers' Bill in the meeting, in the TV rooms. And the opposition parties were opposing it. So there are members, that is a responsibility of the political party to support their ideas and present their viewpoints, why the bill is needed, justify the bill, and it cannot be done everywhere. Prime Minister cannot go and justify, or the Home Minister cannot go and justify. All the MPs and ministers may not be able to justify. For that, other leaders of the political or other members of the political party has to take. They have to go to every nook and corner of the country and explain what is the advantage of this, why the people should listen, why the people should support them. So for that it is needed political parties. We have got a central organization. National president is there, national official bearers are there. Then comes the state president, district official, district president, taluk president. Like that, they have got a chain of activities. So chain is there from the bottom village level to the topmost. So that chain, according to that chain, they function. The order comes from the top. That chain reaches to the bottom. The same way the communication is going from the bottom to the top, they will listen. If any communication from the bottom is going up, it will be taken care by the topmost. Otherwise, they know the people at the lower level will not survive, will not support them. So that chain, they will not break the chain. They want that the chain should continue. So that is a system of it. It's a necessary condition to have democracy. If we don't have political parties, we cannot. And if you go to America, there are two political parties. The oldest party is said to be the Democratic Party. Then came the Republican Party. In India, we know the first party that came in the Congress. Then came other parties. In England, there is a Conservative Party that has come into existence. Now there is a Labour Party also prominent. So, oldest parties. I told you, Plato and Aristotle, in their books, they have written about political parties. Because that was direct democracy. Now we have got indirect democracy. Direct democracy means all the members were coming to the meeting, all the citizens participated in the governmental activities. Now we know that is not possible. In India, we have got around 139 crores of people. 139 crores of people cannot come together, or even just say 100 crores of people cannot come together and form the government, take a decision. It is not possible. That is why we send representative. So representative government is existing at present. For the representative government, we need political parties. Without political parties, no function will take place. So that is our situation about the political parties. Okay. Any doubt? Get it? Any doubt for anybody? Hello?
No, sir.
Come on. Come on. Put up the question.
Sir, sir, why there are only two political parties in America?
See, from the beginning itself, they follow that. Right? They don't want to break up and form multiple parties because the system is not of having multiple identities in societies. The religious divisions or linguistic divisions, caste divisions, like that. Only black and white division was prominent, and then a religious division. People did not mind that religious division. Only the black and white division. And that white people were divided into Republicans and Democratic Party. Black got right to vote in 1960s only. So then they either joined the Republican Party or Democratic Party. They did not form a government of black people. So it remains. Even in England also. There was no language differences, no caste differences. Only political ideological differences were there, or rich and poor. That is so the Labour Party is said to be majority of the people were of the poor people. That is there in England. Conservative Party, those who are belonging to the upper class people. Yes. So it continues. So when most of the division in Indian society, we know either when the person is not happy with the power, he is not getting a share of the power, he breaks the party and goes up, joins with other. So that is the main breakup here. But that society, American society and British society don't support this kind of division so much. If a person is leaving his party just for a power, they don't entertain that. So division in American society or in European society, England society is less. But when you come to France, there are multiple parties. You come to Germany, multiple parties are. In this 22nd of this month, there is election to Germany. Chancellor Angela Merkel may go. She has already told she will not continue. A new person may be elected. So that society has got so many multiple party, they agreed. And in India, many kind of frictions are taking place because one group of person feel I am not recognized, I am not getting my due. That is some of the reasons for divisions. Or some may be ideological reasons also. Aam Aadmi Party has come up, they say they are non-corrupt, they have got ideological thinkings. And DMK has come up in Tamil Nadu telling that it is the main party is supporting only Delhi, not of the state governments. So that kind of ideological divisions. Maharashtra, Shiva Sena has come out of the Congress of BJP telling that it is not recognized, it is not given importance. That is what Shiva Sena is telling. Sai Ishwar Kalyani, anything you want to speak? Hello, Sai Ishwar. Sai Ishwar Kalyani, come on. Sai Ishwar Kalyani, come on, Sai Ishwar. Listen, anything to ask? Why did you make a noise? Mute yourself. Okay. Anybody wants to ask any other questions? Sai Ishwar. Sai sir. I can mute him. Okay. So that is. Then any other things? Any other doubt?
Sir, I want to ask, sir.
Come on.
Sir, for Prime Minister, they will tell Chancellor, sir.
You know,
So we can, instead of telling Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we can't tell Chancellor Narendra Modi.
see, each country uses its word. That's all. They call it chancellor. That's Sai Sir Kalyani. Stop mute yourself. Sai Sir Kalyani, mute yourself. Okay. He has not muted till now. Okay. See, we in India, we have decided to use the terminology that was being used by Britain. So we called him as a prime minister. That's it. In Britain, they were calling the person as a prime minister. In India, we call the prime minister. But you see, the finance minister in Britain is called Chancellor of Exchequer. He is not called as a finance minister. They call him Chancellor of Exchequer. Can anybody mute this fellow? I don't know how to mute him. Otherwise, I just mute everybody.
I muted, sir.
Okay. See, that is a situation. Chancellor of Exchequer. So each country has decided what is the terminology to be given to the person. We have taken up as the British system, we have followed the same wordings. The Prime Minister, the President, the wording we have taken from America. See, the House of Commons they had in Britain for the lower house. In India, we call it a House of People. In the upper house, we call it Rajya Sabha or House of the States. So terminologies we use according to our situations. That is decided by the constitution makers of that time. Now also government can change a prime minister word, no need. In Hindi we call Pradhan Mantri. So this is possible for our even Sansad. We call it Sansad now. We don't usually call it nowadays Parliament. Britishers were calling it Parliament, and now we are using the most of the time in books and everywhere we use the word Sansad. So the government's left to each government or the country leaders to decide the terminologies for each post. There is no strict rule, it should be like that. They can change, amend it. Any other doubt?
Sir, will we write MTSC exam in our school?
Let me ask our Nagabhushan sir, he is in charge. Tomorrow he will ask you. Today, now itself I will ask you. Okay? And I will tell you tomorrow. Okay, you can ask me tomorrow, I will tell you. Or I will come and tell you. Okay, bye. See you. Bye.